Be one of the first 1,000. Subscribe now and don't miss out. Have you ever wondered why we celebrate Christmas on December 25th? The Bible never actually says when Jesus was born. For centuries, early Christians didn't celebrate his birth at all. They focused on his death and resurrection. Many scholars think Jesus was likely born in spring, since the Bible mentions shepherds watching their flocks at night, something more common in warmer months. In winter, sheep would have been sheltered, not out in the fields. The lack of a specific date left future generations to decide when to celebrate. Early Christians were a small, persecuted group, more concerned with survival than birthdays. Only as Christianity grew did the question of Jesus' birth date become important. The choice of December 25th was the result of debate, strategy, and blending traditions. The story of Christmas's date is not from the Bible, but from how Christianity adapted and spread. Understanding this history reveals Christmas's complex and fascinating origins. It's a reminder that the holiday we know is the product of centuries of change. Early Christians couldn't agree on a date for Jesus' birth. Different communities suggested everything from April to January. Some celebrated on January 6th, the Epiphany, marking both the Magi's visit and Jesus' baptism. This tradition still survives in some Eastern Orthodox churches. Birthday celebrations themselves felt odd to many early Christians, since in Rome, birthdays were for emperors and pagan gods. Some church leaders resisted the idea, worried it was too worldly. But as Christianity spread, leaders saw the value in a festival celebrating Jesus' arrival. The debate shifted from if to when. For centuries, no single date stuck. Eventually, the need for unity led to the search for a date that could bring the church together. December the 25th emerged as the answer, uniting the Western Church. The Christmas we know was born from centuries of debate and adaptation. Why December 25th? One theory comes from early Christian calculations. Many believed holy figures lived perfect lives, dying on the same date they were conceived. Early scholars decided Jesus died on March 25th, so they marked his conception on that day too. 9 months later, December 25th. This became the Feast of the Annunciation, when Gabriel told Mary she'd bear Jesus. The calculation gave a spiritual logic to Christmas's date, independent of pagan festivals. It was a way for Christians to create their own sacred timeline. While not the only reason, this theory powerfully shaped the holiday's timing. It gave Christmas a theological foundation that resonated for centuries. Another theory is that the Church chose December 25th to align with popular Roman festivals. Saturnalia, a week-long party in mid-December, was filled with feasting, gift-giving, and decorations. The festival of Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, was celebrated on December 25th, marking the sun's return after the solstice. By placing Christmas at this time, the Church could offer a Christian alternative without forcing people to abandon beloved traditions. Jesus was presented as the light of the world, echoing the sun's rebirth. This strategic move helped Christianity grow in a pagan world. Converts could keep their holiday, but with a new focus. Many historians see this as a key reason for Christmas's date. The merging of old and new made the holiday more appealing. Christmas became a celebration of both faith and festivity. The timing was as much about strategy as spirituality. Many Christmas decorations have ancient pagan origins, Evergreens like holly, ivy, and mistletoe were used in winter solstice festivals to symbolize life and hope. Romans decorated with wreaths during Saturnalia. Christians later gave them new meaning, eternal life and God's love. Mistletoe was sacred to Druids, believed to bring luck and fertility. Its use at Christmas is a blend of old and new. Even the Yule log comes from Norse and Germanic solstice rituals, symbolizing warmth and hope. As Christianity spread, these customs were absorbed and reimagined. Today's Christmas decor is a tapestry of ancient symbols. The holiday's look is as much about history as it is about faith. Our festive traditions connect us to centuries of winter celebrations. Christmas on December 25th became official thanks to Emperor Constantine. After his conversion in the early 300s, Christianity gained power and freedom in the Roman Empire. The first recorded Christmas on this date was in Rome in 336 AD. With imperial support, the church could organize grand celebrations and spread the tradition. Over centuries, Christmas on December 25th spread across Europe, absorbing local customs like Yule and the Christmas tree. By the Middle Ages, it was a major holiday, blending sacred and secular traditions. Each region added its own flavor, creating a rich tapestry of customs. Constantine's endorsement turned Christmas from a local festival into a European tradition. The holiday's growth was shaped by both faith and politics. Santa Claus is a blend of history and imagination. He began as Saint Nicholas, a generous bishop in 4th century Turkey, famous for secret gift-giving. Dutch settlers brought Sinterklaas to America, inspiring the modern Santa. The poem, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas", transformed him into a jolly, plump figure with reindeer and a sleigh. Illustrators like Thomas Nast and Coca-Cola ads cemented Santa's red-suited image. The Christmas tree came from German immigrants, popularized by Queen Victoria's family. American Christmas is a mix of English, Dutch, and German traditions. The result, a unique, joyful holiday celebrated around the world. Christmas is celebrated in countless ways worldwide. In the Philippines, festivities last 4 months, filled with music and food. Australians barbecue on the beach, while Santa might arrive by surfboard. In Mexico, Las Posadas reenacts Mary and Joseph's search for shelter. In Japan, families eat KFC, a tradition born from a clever ad campaign. Ukrainians serve 12 meatless dishes on Christmas Eve. Ethiopians celebrate in January with all-night church services. Icelandic children are visited by 13 Yule lads, not just one Santa. These customs show Christmas's incredible adaptability and global reach. Today, Christmas is a holiday of many layers. For Christians, it's a sacred day celebrating Jesus' birth and message of hope. For others, it's a time for family, generosity, and festive traditions. The holiday blends Christian theology, ancient rituals, and folk customs. Its date was chosen for both spiritual and strategic reasons. Decorations and Santa Claus reflect centuries of cultural mixing. Christmas has always evolved, absorbing new influences. It's a story of how culture changes and traditions endure. Whether you see it as holy, secular, or just fun, you're part of a tradition stretching back thousands of years. Christmas connects us to people across time and place. It's a living piece of history, always growing, always meaningful.